everybody, Amy Pottinger here, and welcome to another Messy Life, Messy Kitchen. Today we're going to be tackling steak, which is actually super easy. It's really simple, and I'm going to show you some great ways to just pack in flavor. Because who doesn't love a good steak? I love a good steak. I'm going to turn my burner on real quick, actually. Plugging it in helps. That's always a good start when you plug your small appliances in. I've learned that. It took me years of culinary knowledge to learn that. Anyways, I found myself in the bottom again this week on Food Network Star. It's like starting to become a thing. I'm a pretty confident person, but it's getting in my head. Like I just can't seem to get it right. So I need to get it right. And I also seem to find myself in a position where I'm like kind of cooking against Bobby Flay, which is just insanity. Obviously, he's an incredible chef, and I'm me, and I'm a good chef, but I'm not Bobby Flay. Let's be honest. Not Bobby Flay. Amy Pottinger. Girl, not boy. Has a bunch of restaurants. Has 0 restaurants. That's okay. Taking investors, anybody? Takers? Great, awesome. So I didn't have to cook head to head with Bobby, but I had to recreate a dish that was inspired by Bobby's dish. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're going to make like a lemon butter sauce. We're going to do a toast point. And we're also going to do kind of like an herb compound butter. So butter, steak, butter. There's lots of butter in this steak. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna get started on our compound butter first. I'm gonna put it on my toast, and it also needs to kind of like re-chill. So I'm gonna get that started. The first thing that I'm going to do is add just a little bit of butter to my pan. I'm missing my favorite knife. Favorite knife. And I'm gonna do this to kind of cook my garlic and cook my shallots and get that herb flavor in there. So you don't need a lot, just enough to cook it. I have my cast iron skillet over here. It's nice and hot. And I also have room temperature butter here. So this room temperature butter is what we're going to mix this into, but I don't just want to put raw garlic and raw shallots into this compound butter. Trash. Yeah. I have super baller basketball skills. And by super baller, I mean not at all, actually. And I didn't even do myself you guys. Seriously, for real. My life. Let's talk about this. Okay, so this butter is heating up in my skillet. It's just hot. Should I sing a song like, I'm feeling hot, hot, hot? The red lipstick's hot, huh? Yeah? No? I'm just old and washed up. That's fair. Okay, so butter's cooking. Just gonna put a little bit of the shallots in here. I've cut them up pretty fine because again, you don't want like this big crunch of raw shallots. Same thing with the garlic, okay? So those are going in the pan. It's steamy, it's fragrant. This will add a nice bite and a nice depth of flavor to your compound butter. You know what, I'm gonna do all the garlic, y'all. I am just obsessed with garlic. So, all the garlic. And more shallots. They're getting brown, it smells amazing. There we go, and I'm gonna get some herbs in here. I have an herb garden. Go get yourself an herb garden. I've grabbed some thyme and some rosemary and some tarragon. If you recall the episode, or even if you don't watch it, Bobby had tarragon in his dish. I'm gonna add extra herbs because I like herbs. There we are. I'm gonna lower the temperature just a bit. And if you ever find your stuff like kind of getting a little more browned than you would want it to, you can just always add more butter, because we're gonna do that with the steak too. Because I want like a nice brown on the steak, but as the butter starts to heat up, the butter will burn. So just add more butter. More butter, more better. That's a real thing. Okay, so I got some tarragon that's going in there. Just a few sprigs, just kidding, this is thyme, y'all. It's not tarragon. The thyme, I just basically rip the little leaves off of it, and then the tarragon and the rosemary we're obviously gonna wanna cut because those would be bigger chunks. And you know, the great thing about pan searing a steak like this is you actually don't have to chop up your herbs when you do it in the pan. We're gonna butter baste it. Those flavors are gonna cook into the butter. And it's gonna be super duper yummy or delicious, which is Bobby's favorite word. We get crucified for using delicious. I'll let you guess whose social media account uses the word delicious all the time. Mine, guilty. But also, Bobby. Okay, and then I'm also going to grab a little bit of rosemary. Rosemary is a very coarse herb, so you're definitely gonna wanna chop that one up. Almost done with herbs here. Just gonna get these a little choppy. You're gonna wanna get them chopped as finely as possible because again, although we are cooking them, nobody really wants to bite down on just a big hunk of herbs. We're just looking to infuse the flavor. It's gonna be yummy, yo. Should that be my new food blog name? Yummy, yo? I wonder if it's taken. Or if I just stick with caviar and crayons or messy life, messy kitchen or whatever. Who knows? There's just so many possibilities. Okay, I'm gonna stir this in, let this cook. And while that's going, I'm going to add some salt to my butter, okay? I always use salted butter. Honestly, no joke, I don't even know why people use unsalted butter. I know that they do, it generally confuses me. Okay, so salt, pepper. Another favorite thing of mine is red pepper flakes. I always like to add just a little bit of spice to stuff, so I have that in there. I'm gonna get some more thyme in there. So my thyme plants weren't growing. I was like really sad. And then I planted 2 more and then they all took off. So I have like 3 huge thyme bushes in my herb garden. So yeah, isn't that an exciting fact about my life? You know so much now about me and what makes me tick. My thyme garden. That's not real. Well, my thyme garden's real. You don't really learn anything about me. Okay, so those are cooking. And since I am clearly a professional video editor, I'm going to take a break from this. I'm gonna take a picture with my camera phone. Okay, yep, that's what we're doing, guys. It's happening. Just don't worry about me. Just, if you know anybody who is a videographer and is looking for a job in Hawaii, let me know because I need somebody. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off here. And if you're not familiar with cast iron skillets, which is one we two, you should be always put something on the handle because that handle will burn your hand off. Okay, let's see here. So, I have that going. I'm gonna unplug this actually because this burner doesn't turn off. This is like my super cheap burner because my better one has a fan on it and my husband got me a GoPro for my birthday and I haven't figured out how to do audio input into the GoPro. And that picture. And so no joke, you guys, I am not technologically inclined, not that anybody's surprised if you watch these videos, but I have had this editing software, this Adobe Premiere Pro, and I still can't figure it out for the life of me. I have spent so much time trying to figure it out and I can't. So I'm sure there's a way to record this audio separately and lay it over, but let's just say I haven't figured it out, but it's not my forte. Okay, so that hot butter melted the other butter. It's like a big buttery melty pool right now. But what we're gonna do is we're going to spread it on the bread, get the bread in the oven, and then we're gonna tackle this steak. And then I'm gonna put this in the freezer and it'll be a beautiful little compound butter. I'm just gonna cut the bread butt off. The bread butt. My kids would be laughing right now because they laugh over dumb stuff like butt because they're 6 and almost 4. You guys, I have a 6-year-old, which is crazy. Some of our friends who we lived with in Alaska are moving, and it's just funny because they were with me in the hospital after I had Amelia, and she was a teeny tiny baby, and they just had their baby, and it's just crazy how quickly. Okay, so my toast is done while I was cleaning stuff up. It finished. It's beautiful. It's slightly crunchy, but also still kind of has that like chewy, doughy bread thing that you're looking for. Oh, the stuff's right. Yep, no, I'm still good at making food. Still really good at it. Bobby and Giada always told us to take bigger bites, so that's what I'm doing for you. I gave up sweets and carbs. And wine. Although I had all 3 last night. But anyways, this is totally worth it. It's so good. Okay. Why can you not just eat bread all day? That's what I'm wondering. Unless you're one of those really fortunate people that just have like super baller metabolism, which I'm not. There's hair in my eye. Nothing's going my way today. Hair in my eye. I'm eating bread for breakfast. Okay. Did you enjoy that? So we're gonna make the steak. We're going to put some sea salt on it. I like the sea salt more. Okay, I got a little aggressive with the salt on that one. I'm just gonna sprinkle salt on both sides. And we're also gonna get some peppers. Some peppers only. Not peppers, but fresh cracked pepper. Okay, I don't like to do a lot of pepper because pepper can burn and we're gonna get things really hot. I'm kind of a nerd in this pan here. So when you butter baste the steak, like normally I like to really mince up my garlic and stuff, but you don't have to. All you need to do is kind of give the garlic a quick smash and all of the flavors are gonna be released and sopped up by that butter and go into your steak. So first throw it on the floor. Then you throw it in your sink or your trash because we're not about to eat floor garlic today. So I may set the bar low, but I don't set it that low. So honestly, I'm really just gonna kind of give him like, cut him in half, give him a good smashy moo. He's smashed. And then he can go in this pan with this butter and the steak. And we're gonna get lots of flavor in there. So critiquing Bobby and Giada, that's always interesting because they're just like world-class chefs. So that made me super nervous. I don't know what will make it to television and what won't, but I will just say that, I don't know what I'll say. I won't say anything just for the sake of safety, but yeah, the end. So I'm gonna get some butter in the pan. As I said, we're gonna kind of keep adding butter as we go. So let's get some butters in. Do I still have this on min temp? Yep, we're gonna want this up a little hotter. So butter, butter, butter. I'm gonna wash my hands. No, I haven't been handling chicken. I just feel like washing my hands. Get my steps in, you know. Whee! Okay, seriously, you guys, I really am like a super nerd. So the temperature's up on this. Just like you don't have to chop up all of your garlic, the same thing kind of goes for the herbs. You can just like bruise them, which will kind of open them up. Just give them a good smash with a knife, or you can cut them if you want. And that's gonna be that. So I love garlic. I told Bobby he didn't have enough garlic on his steak. And so he said I had to have extra garlic on mine. And honestly, my steak wasn't salted enough. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna make it to television and what's not. The rest of the dish was good. My steak was good, but it needed to be salted. And again, don't know how this is gonna be edited. Everybody said my steak was cooked perfectly, except for, and I know Bobby knows what he's doing. And I know this is their show, but like, my steak was a nice, rare, medium rare. We'll see how it makes it to television, huh? We'll see how things look on TV, which is my favorite game ever. How will it look on TV? So while I'm waiting for my butter to heat up, I have my steak salted, I have my garlic smushied. I still have some shallots left, so that's gonna be a thing. And then I'm just gonna kind of, I wanna save some tarragon for this other sauce, but I'm just gonna kind of rip off some tarragon leaves, which I really don't even need to do. I'm just kind of getting them away from the more, well, it's not that woody, but like the more woody part of the stem. So I just have those in there. The rosemary, I'm just gonna kind of break in half here so it can get into more areas. The tarragon has like a really nice It's kind of like a licorice herby smell to it. Obviously it's herby, but it has like kind of like a nice earthy licorice smell to it. Rosemary obviously is piney. None of these sound like good descriptors, but I promise you they're gonna be beautiful with this steak. So any good steak needs some good butter. This thing is just taking its sweet time. The other thing we're gonna make while my steak's finishing in the oven is we're gonna do, I kind of had like this spread that I put underneath the steak, and I was thinking about charring some broccoli, but I'm gonna be honest, I need to be out of my house within 30 minutes. I just wanted something green in the picture. I might not have time to char broccoli for my food picture. Listen, you guys, this is not a real professional operation over here. So my butter's melting. I'm gonna get the garlic in the pan. I'm gonna get my shallots in the pan. I'm gonna just put all my extra garlic scraps away because I have time to. And in my sink they go. These pants aren't staying up. I don't think it's because I've lost weight, because I don't think I have. I think they're just my big butt that pulls everything down. Okay, so those are going. We're gonna want the butter to brown. Like I said, we're gonna add more butter because the butter is really gonna kind of brown up, and then it can start to burn. So then you just add more butter, and we're just gonna butter baste the steak. So see, I'm just kind of giving them a good smash. You can also kind of rip them or rub them between your hands, kind of like, just kind of do this, okay? Anything that what we call bruising, anything that just kind of like opens it up a little bit. So that is going in there. Dun, 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 dun. I'm pretty excited about this. I forgot to eat breakfast today. So I had that bread, and now I think I'm gonna eat some steak, or maybe it'll just be my lunch. Steak's going. Okay, once this browns up, we're gonna get the steak on, and we're gonna get a nice, beautiful crust on it.